What is going on YouTube? Hitting back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at DueDEX as well as the current coin market cap. Specifically in today's episode, I do want to talk about the slight dip that we are having within cryptocurrency and why it is fairly important moving forward in the market. This was a small opportunity to actually short the market and create some profit, ever so slightly, but some profit from the price of $60 all the way down to 52 on Litecoin. And for Bitcoin, that's in comparison from 11,900, we fell all the way down to 11,100. So about an $800 drop in price as you're starting to consolidate up. Now, we may continue to head lower as there are some signs on here that do, reap a bear market, or not even a bear market, but a bearish trend, a correction to the downside. And I do want to continue discussing where exactly we could be moving to in the near future. Specifically, some of these cryptos look fairly good though, as we are starting to hit some very, very, very important key trends, which you can see right here. Fairly obvious. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help out the YouTube algorithm. Also, remember to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright, so before we begin, I do want to shout out the giveaway we're doing. There's only 4 days left in this giveaway. $200 Bitcoin giveaway, completely free to enter. Literally just 4 days left. We have over 2,000 entries so far. 2,000 actions or people that have entered so far, with 2,700 entries in total. We have 4 days left, guys. There's 7 ways to enter, multiple entries to collect. Definitely make sure to partake in this. The link is in the description down below. I highly recommend you check it out and sign up, as it is extremely important. Completely free. Highly recommend taking advantage of it. Just doing a giveaway as we approach the $17,000 subscriber mark on the channel. It's my way to give back to you guys, as well as during this crazy pandemic we are having. So please enjoy, take part of it. Got to be in it to win it. But otherwise, moving on to the rest of today's video, you can see that right here, the YouTube video yesterday, I said and mentioned that we were starting to correct lower. And this ultimately was going to send us down to a few key points. Now, obviously, when we look at these cryptocurrencies, you can see where exactly we pulled down to and why we pulled down that low. Now, ultimately, we can use Bitcoin for reference. This was a small short opportunity that was mentioned yesterday. Briefly, what it was regarding to was that we were hitting a beautiful uptrend with a clear resistance up top here. And ultimately, we had to figure out as to when and which direction we were going to be breaking through. We decided to discuss it if we were going to see a market where the price of crypto actually broke above resistance, which was capped at $12,000. If we broke above 12K, we would see the market start to pump higher, and we would obviously be buying long, anticipating a run to the upside. We also said on the opposite end that we have a clear uptrend with a clear pattern of support, and if we broke through this uptrend here, there was a good chance we'd consolidate lower, and it'd be a great opportunity to short Bitcoin on DueDEX and capitalize off the short that happened in the market, and we'd pull it all the way down to the moving average, which on the 4 hour is 11,200. So it's a beautiful opportunity to take advantage of. We discussed this here yesterday, so hopefully you guys took advantage of this. Obviously, if you guys are interested in learning about my trades, learning about how I buy long, how I sell short, how I make money in the cryptocurrency space, leveraging and shorting cryptocurrency, definitely make sure to check out my Patreon, as I do explain how exactly I do all these, techniques and how I figure out exactly when these movements are going to happen. I also do, we have a very big community there, over 120 people now, and everybody has the same interest in cryptocurrency, so we all kind of share ideas as to when to buy in, when to sell short, things like that. So it is extremely important. Highly recommend you check it out. Link in the description down below. We are doing a giveaway on the Patreon exclusive once we hit 200 patrons, so we're almost there, more than halfway there, so definitely make sure to check that out down below. Otherwise, moving on to these cryptos, you can see why we're hitting resistance, or why we're kind of stalling right now. There's a clear retestment of the 4 hour markers right now. You can see even on Ethereum why we're kind of bottoming out. I have all them pulled up. I have every 4 hour pulled up on these 4 cryptocurrencies that we look at. Litecoin did fall below that. Reason being is we hit oversold. Bitcoin didn't hit oversold, but we did retest the moving average right here. And we were pretty much oversold when these wicks were actually full. Like when this candle wick was full right here at $11,000, we were retesting oversold on the 4 hour charts. Same thing applies with Ethereum, as it did retest its moving average, and the same thing goes with XRP, as it also retested its moving average. The main thing I wanted to talk about was the interesting patterns we see on the daily. So you can see on the daily, we had this bearish cross right here. This is a bearish cross on the moving average, and that's what's fairly interesting. Now, when you look at the weekly, you can tell we didn't really hit overbought, but we are getting rejected for a very good reason. Litecoin on the weekly is hitting its, its moving average on the weekly. We knew we were going to consolidate up to it, but we said over and over and over again that this was a huge resistance zone, and there's a very high chance it was not going to be breaking through that. And the same thing can be applied to some other cryptocurrencies. I know it's slightly different with Bitcoin, but you can see we did draw a top resistance here. I drew one right here. I started here and just drew it down to these wicks, and you can see we're kind of getting rejected there at right now. The reason being, I think we're starting to see the correction is only because we were retesting overbought. The market kind of wanted to swing into a more overbought market, and just the fact that we were hitting resistance, we kind of consolidated down. I still am fairly bullish on Bitcoin because of the fact that we do have this bullish cross right here. This reversal, this bullish cross is a signal for long-term bull markets. So I'm not surprised if we see the consolidation. It lowers us down just a little bit, and then we pump even higher within Bitcoin. Same thing goes with like coins like Ethereum. I do want to show you guys XRP too, as I am more intrigued by XRP than I am with Ethereum. Ethereum is hitting some slight resistances. You can see right here that we do have one drawn out where there's a top resistance currently and some bottom supports. It's more or less like a channel. Like if I drew this up to here and I drew this right here, let's just change these colors so you guys can see what it is I'm referring to. Like if I change these like that, you can clearly see the channel that it has where it is hitting resistances. This one really isn't much of any, so I'd just delete that. But ultimately, this channel of resistance that it's currently retesting is kind of where the price is falling into. Also, the fact that it is overbought and it's fairly bearish, in regards to the fact that we don't really have much more room to head up higher. But specifically, I think XRP shows the biggest, the obvious sign of what exactly is going on in the market. And I really like the way XRP is trading right now. Clearly, the obvious note to take away from XRP is within its moving average. You can clearly see when we extend out and look at the weekly perspective of things, it makes sense as to why we're starting to consolidate lower. The reason being is clear as day. We're hitting a moving average. We knew in the price, and you can go back weeks in advance to when I was talking about this, but I knew even down here, we would eventually climb our way up to the top, retest our resistance right here, and then most likely, more than likely, start to have some sort of rejection, some sort of problem zone trying to break through here. That's exactly what happened. As the price shot up, we hit this moving average. Price was not able to break through here, and now we're consolidating out. It's happened over and over again. And I was referencing, for those that didn't know, Ethereum to be a great example of what exactly could happen with XRP as it foreshadows. So XRP is hitting its resistance right now, its moving average. Ethereum back in the day, go back to April, we saw April, May, you saw 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of just our month of resistance battling this moving average to eventually crack through it and trade in the middle as it started an uptrend. That's the same thing we're trying to apply to XRP here. We need the consolidation now to slide us sideways, eventually to be able to crack through that and trade in its moving average and eventually pump higher. This pretty much applies to practically all the cryptos that are fairly overbought, which would go for XRP and Litecoin, which are trading very similar, hitting its resistance on its weekly charts. And then Bitcoin and Ethereum are kind of just free floating at the top here above its moving averages. Ethereum looks fairly bearish more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin has that moving average cross, that bullish cross right here. So that's a great sign. But otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. Like I said, definitely make sure to partake in the DueDEX or Crypto TV DueDEX $200 Bitcoin giveaway. Completely free to enter. Link in the description down below. Same thing with my Patreon if you're interested in my trades. And if you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe. We're about to hit 17,000 subs. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. Otherwise, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.